Okay, let's see. Just want to make sure that I am coming up on the screen. Okay. First time streaming to Facebook, so let's see. Just want to shore up my connection and just connect to Facebook before we start. Okay. I think we are good. Let's see what happens when you put everything together. Okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome. I hope you guys are good. Just want to make sure again on TikTok side that we are live and running well. Please let me know if there's any problems with the stream. Just let me know in the comments. Okay. Yesterday we got a little bit carried away with our good old favorite Kaizer Chiefs. So today I'm going to actually cover some of the topics that I wanted to speak about. Let me start it off with what a lot of people have been waiting for me to speak about. And I'm just going to touch on it quickly before it gets lit again. Because I know that there's a match tomorrow that everybody's waiting for, that everybody's waiting to watch me watch live, that everybody's waiting to have me for, that everybody's waiting to just, get on my case about it. It starts at 9 o'clock, it's going to finish at 11. It's going to mean that I'm going to be here for an hour and a half, just sitting here either really sad or super happy. So, we played, Ronnie, how are you doing? We played Southampton. On Friday the 21st. Played out to a 3-3 draw. Maybe I can just show you guys what I'm looking at. Played out to a 3-3 draw. And can't say I was too happy. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I was happy about it. I'm not going to lie to you and say that it was the best damn match I've ever seen in my life, right? That's just the truth of the matter. Let me just make sure that even my other viewers can see it. I'm good, Ronnie. So we played to a 3-3 draw, essentially. People are saying that we've thrown away the league. People are saying that it's done for. People are saying that tomorrow is going to be a bloodbath. So I'm just going to touch on this quickly and then move on because I have to preserve my energy for tomorrow. So 3-3, as you can see, we started off. Our lineups were as follows: Ramsdale in goal, Holding, Gabriel, Zinchenko, White, Odegaard, Thomas, Thomas Partey, Fabio Vieira, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli is our front three. On the other side, Bazunu in goal, Bella Kocha, Benderek in the defense, Kyle Walker-Peters and Parod on the left and right hand side, Armstrong, Elunasi on the wingers, Lavia, James Ward-Prowse, and then Alcaraz and Walcott. Sacarino says, good luck to the Gunners behind the boys. Hey, the way it's looking, we may need that luck, to be honest with you. Then how the match basically went, as you can see up here, is that They basically scored after 23 seconds, then scored again at 14 seconds. Were able to pull one back at 20. They scored again in the 66th. Martin Odegaard came back for 3-2 at 88th minute, and then Bukayo Saka scored in the 90th minute. That's how that match shaped out. Now, what do I have to say about what we're looking at? I was scared of this. And I think what I've been hearing from Arsenal fans for a very long time this whole season was that at some point we're going to get to this and top four is going to be okay. We're going to lose to Manchester City and top four is going to be okay. We're going to sit there and, you know, we've made progress. And there's really an attitude shift that needs to happen. Really an attitude shift that needs to happen. I literally just got a message from one of my Arsenal friends telling me that Unai is actually a very good coach. It's a young team, but young doesn't mean that they're incapable of winning important games. Young doesn't mean that we should excuse them when they do things wrong. Young doesn't mean that we should be looking at this team and just giving them a free pass because they were doing so well in the beginning of the season. We've led the league since the second match day. We've been in front ever since the second match day of this season. And now, when it matters most, it seems as though we're choking. And a lot of things have been said and a lot of reasons have been given, but I don't believe in reasons at this point. Now, you see, if Liverpool had come onto that pitch and outplayed us, completely buried us, I'd understand. I'd understand it. Coming back, it's a good result, blah, 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 whatever. We were lucky. West Ham coming back, maybe they've come in and they were 3-0 up and they've played off the pitch. Cool, I get it. Brighton, all of these matches, if they'd come onto this pitch and played us off the pitch and that was the reason why we were losing, I think I'd be fine with the excuses of young. I'd be fine with the excuses of they're still growing. I'd be fine with the excuses of, you know what, we've made so much progress this season. I think it'd be okay. The issue for me is that we played Liverpool off the pitch and then allowed them to come back. We made mistakes that brought other teams back into these games versus us. So let me just go back, for example. Let me just go back. I wanna show you guys something. I wanna show you guys. We played West Ham, we played Liverpool. If they had played us off the pitch, I'd be fine. But we blew 2-0 leads on our own. That's not youth. That's not young team. That's none of the excuses you guys give me. That's a very good team. And criticism doesn't necessarily mean that you hate the team. Criticism does not mean that you don't love it or you want them to lose. All we're saying is that you have to learn and learn quickly. Now, I've come onto this live many a time, and I've said to you, Mikel Arteta has had 3 years. This is his third season. By any stretch of the imagination, a lot of the people maybe would have been fired by now, or maybe, you know, maybe they'd be given a chance, but they'd be under pressure. And now that we're sitting here at number one, you'd imagine that they'd want to go ahead and take it. Let me just see some of these comments. What is Arsenal's objective? This is Kamohelo Moloi. What is to win the league, to build the team for the next years? For me, I don't believe in blind building. This is a team that hasn't been in the Champions League. This is the team that signed youngsters. We made the choice to sign youngsters. This is the team that finished 8th twice and then 5th. This is the team that hasn't seen a Europa final for a very long time. So for me, you saying to me, build the team for the next makes no difference to me. Because this team has shown you that they can be number one from second week on. So whatever Arsenal fans thought was the goal, top four was the goal. I keep getting told, top four was the goal, top four was the goal. Now this team has shown you that, hey guys, we can be number one for 36 weeks, for 37 weeks. We can be number one from the second day. So please, guys, don't come to me and tell me about Arsenal, the goal for this season. Fine, the goal for this season was top 4. Now you're sitting at number 1. Goals change. And I'm mad and I'm frustrated a lot of the time because we are doing this to ourselves. We're doing this to ourselves. We go into a transfer window knowing that we're number 1. Go and get some players that are going to be able to deputize for you when you get into these situations. When you find yourself playing versus Liverpool and you need to change the game, when you find yourself playing against West Ham and you need to do something, you need to have players on the bench that are going to be able to do it. And what did we do? We went and fetched a guy like Jorginho, who we don't trust. When is he going to get game time? There's no Europa, there's no FA Cup, there's no League English Cup. Why did we sign him then? Aging, over 30, clearly not trusted in this team. Clearly not trusted enough to deputize for Partey, clearly not trusted enough to bench Xhaka. Trossard, I give you that signing. That's a very good signing. But Holding signed a new contract. That's not building. 7 years of Holding. We know what Holding is. That's not building. That's something else. I said yesterday when we were speaking about the PSL teams that sometimes we say these words. We say these words. But now it's crunch time and we're looking for players. Kiwior is not ready. Kiwior is not ready. We spend money bringing in Abo Marquinhos. Not ready. So people will tell me building, but here's the team that's at number 1. And all we needed to do was maybe shore up our signings, shore up our options. Let's get some players that can not drop the standard, at the very least not drop the standard when we get into tough situations. Because, again, patterns. This is the 3rd, 4th season where we've seen Saka drop off at the end of a season. Either because he's tired, because he's playing every single game, or just general form. It happens. Who do we have on the bench? Reece Nelson. Do you trust Reece Nelson? Would you start Reece Nelson? When Saka looks at the bench, does he think of Reece Nelson? That guy could take my position on this team. Does he think of that? No, he doesn't. Patterns. We know Partey will be injured at some point during the season. We know that we haven't had a proper centre-back pairing for a very long time. We know what Holding is. We saw him at Tottenham last year. We saw him at Newcastle last year. We know exactly what Holding is, but he got an extension. So I hear the excuses, I hear everything people are saying, but let's make sure that we're building towards something then. Because for me, how it feels is that we're still going into transfer markets and making bargain buys. We're still trying Sambi. Sambi is going to sit there. Then we're going to extend El Neni. Then when push comes to shove and Partey's injured, it's lit. We don't know what to do. Then we're going to go buy Jorginho, a pattern. Old Chelsea player who we're bringing in to come into this team, and we don't trust them enough to start. We don't trust them enough to play, or they just dropped off. Patterns. So after 3 years, I expect at the very least that if you're leading the league, this is not a flash thing. Like if we started leading 3 weeks ago, I'd get you. We've flashed in the pan. No, we've been number 1 the whole time. And we've kicked ourselves. And we've lost our matches ourselves. Lapses of concentration, giving away simple goals, allowing teams to build confidence, making weird subs. I don't understand why we're playing Liverpool. We're getting late into the game and Jesus is sitting on the bench. We're playing other teams and Odegaard is sitting on the bench. We're playing other teams and Vieira's on the pitch, not ready. New signing, I think it was 35 mil. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But what I've said about this Arsenal side is that you need to have an attitude change. For all intents and purposes right now, we shouldn't be scared of going to go play City. We shouldn't be scared. We've played some of the best football we've played. At the very least, we should know that it's going to be a fight. But you guys, fans, are telling me that no, City is going to do this. City is going... Guys, lesser teams have gone to the Etihad and gotten points over the years. Lesser teams. Far lesser teams. And you're telling me that we couldn't, in all of the years that we've been Arsenal, in the past 5, 6, 7 years, we haven't been able to go to the Etihad and get a fluke win. That tells me that it's mental more than it is the game. And now they're choking. We had an 8-point lead at some point. Nice cushion. Against the team that, for all of their depth, those guys are playing Champions League, they're playing FA Cup finals, they're trying to chase this league, they're doing all this stuff. Spread. We've been playing one game a week. Focus for one game. And I say this not as a fan who's going to be complaining for nothing. I'm saying it as, if we can fix some of those things, this team is a beater team. I used to have arguments with people when I said that this current team is a top 4 team. Last season, they were telling me, oh, no, it's the top 6, or whatever. We need to fix this too. And that's what's happening in these last few games. We're nice. Odegaard disappears during big games. Now it's crunch time. He disappears at times. He's taken off at times. Captain, taken off at times. Gabriel Jesus, fine. He's scored some goals, but you find him running all the way back there and you're wondering who's going to score the goals. And now it's lit, and who's coming onto the pitch? And Ketia, who you guys don't trust either. Arsenal fans. So sometimes we just need to look at these words that we say, project, build, or whatever. How many years do you think Saka's going to be at Arsenal where we're building? He's now a 4-year vet, 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, came in with Unai Emery. How many years do you think he's going to stay and be patient and watch Phil Foden win leagues and watch all these people win leagues while we're being told about time? Also on the build, do you guys understand that halfway through Arteta's time right now, he switched strategies? This wasn't the strategy from the beginning. But in any case, let's not go down that road. Let's talk about this thing. I want to see a performance versus Manchester City. I want to see them come out and show some heart. I don't want to see players put down their heads. I don't want to see players getting overrun. I don't want to see players thinking that it's okay that we go to the Etihad and drop points. I'm hearing fans talking about it's okay because it's the Etihad, it's Manchester City, it's whatever. No. It's 90 minutes. Play your game, win the game. I don't want to see people telling me about, oh, we had such a good 15 minutes versus City, as we've been saying the past few years. It's now time to show that we want it. We don't know what will happen next season. We don't know. We could be better, or Manchester United could get better. City is going to be City. Who knows what Liverpool does? Maybe Klopp turns it around. We can't be resting on our laurels because, we're building. Oh, no. Don't worry about losing to Manchester City. Don't even get angry. It's meant to play out like that. Come on. Listen to how teams speak to us. Listen to how teams play us. We're the come-up team. We're the come-up team. Liverpool, you've had some bad results. Okay. Arsenal is a big enough team that it can lift us for the match. But we also know that we little brother them most of the time. Manchester City knows now. They're probably thinking, yes, this is a great time for us to take that point, those 3 points, and then put pressure on them. Southampton is facing relegation. Number 1, stone last. Do you know who the come-up team is? Arsenal. And this is the story. For me personally, I'm sick of being the almost team. Always almost. I remember the other week I told you guys, I gave you guys a breakdown of some of the almosts. AC Milan beat us 4-0 in the first leg of a Champions League match at the Emirates. We come back 3-0. Almost, Hashem. They tried, eh? We beat Barcelona 2-1. Famously in London. Go to the Camp Nou and get beaten 4-0. Ah, Hashem, they tried. Listen to the other coaches. Pep is talking so glowingly about Arsenal. knows that he's going to try beat us, knows that his biggest chance of battering a team is going to be versus us. A top 6 team is going to be versus us. I know Manchester United have already gone through that, but you can't tell me that they're scared. You can't tell me that Liverpool was scared. If anything, we were scared. Listen to the things we were saying. And when I say these things, they look at me as though I'm the bad guy. I'm the negative Nancy. I'm the guy who just wants this team to lose. No. But at some point, you have to wake up, guys. Building on building on building. Guys, the last time we won the league was 2003-04. 2003. 19 years. Building. Last time we saw a Champions League final, 2006. Building. Last time we saw the Champions League was what, 7 years ago? Building. At some point, you have to put some pressure on them. Sometimes pressure is good. It's not that Arteta is going to lose his job. Like, I've been telling Arsenal fans all season that, guys, we can finish second. I don't mind finishing second. I don't mind if we've given it our all. We've gone into this thing and we've played our lungs out and we were just beaten by a better team. Great. But don't rest on your laurels versus the Liverpool team that you've got 2-0 down. Don't rest on your laurels versus the West Ham team that you've got 2-0 down. Don't concede early versus a stone-lost Southampton team and have to do rescue missions. If you watch that match, guys, Southampton gave us that match. They gave up. They did what we do. What's his name? Alcaraz was tearing us up. The coach took him off at halftime. Belief. But really, guys, I'm tired of being that team. I'm tired of City fans coming into here. Guys, do you know how long Manchester United, City fans, and all other fans have been coming into my life, coming into this show and telling me that, yeah, you guys are going to bottle it. And we've been winning and winning and winning. Now it's the tough part. It's squeaky bum time. It's big match temperament time. It's time for me to see what you're made of. How badly do you want this thing? I don't want to see players walking at the end of matches. I don't want to see my key players sitting on the bench. I don't want to see us having to taking out Odegaard and putting on Kiwi or is a negative for me personally. Taking off Jesus and bringing on Ketia is a negative change for me personally. And I'm one who sits here and speaks about guys like Bo Atazwane, for example, and the types of changes they make when it's crunch time, and their substitutions and things like that, and we criticize. We've got to do the same thing with Arteta too. Words are great, guys, but you know what's going to happen? Next season, we're playing the big boys. Next season is Champions League time. If we're scared to play if we're scared to play holding versus Liverpool and scared to play holding versus Manchester City and those guys, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when you're drawn with Real Madrid? What's going to happen when you're drawn with Bayern? What's going to happen when you're drawn with Dortmund? I don't want to see a repeat of what I have seen for years upon years upon years at Arsenal Football Club. When we come up against big teams, it's a pattern. And it's not just they have better players. A lot of it is mental. But this is where inexperience shows. You've got inexperienced players and a coach who's also in his first head coaching job. His first time where he has to deal with all of this. I know you guys speak about Manchester City and he was the assistant coach. Great. But Pep had to deal with the pressure, the brunt of the pressure. The most of the pressure was felt by Pep. Now Arteta's feeling the pressure. 3 years on. So for me, I still believe that we can get a result. But it's for the players to believe, it's for the coaches to believe, it's for the fans to believe. We've got nothing to lose. We've got nothing to lose. City batters us 5-0 tomorrow. Then you can come to me and say, oh, but at least we finished second and look at the experience, look at the growth we've made and the pathways we've made and all of that stuff. Great. But don't tell me that in the middle of the season. I haven't played a lot of professional football, but when I used to play football, I remember we played in a final where we weren't meant to go to the final. We were a team that wasn't training. We were all the gents who were unfit, all that stuff. Got to the final and things changed. Hey, things changed. People started changing. People started changing their formations. People started changing how we warm up. People started doing things differently, and we lost. And we built up that team for weeks and weeks and weeks. And do you know what happened? We got into that pitch and we lost. Sometimes I wish our young players could be young players. Young players usually don't care, don't give a damn about who they play. They play their hardest. But I digress. I want to talk about the other stuff. I don't want to get into a diatribe like I did yesterday with Chiefs, but hopefully the team can pull it out. You guys are gonna see whether I'm happy or not here. But let's not lower our standards and expectations just because it protects us. I feel that's what happens at Arsenal. Saying that top four was the goal is a protection thing. It's a cop-out. It's to make yourself feel better when the thing you want doesn't happen. Nobody expected us to be here right now. Great. We're here right now. Will it hurt for me to say, guys, I want you guys to win? But we act like that. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Let me read some of these comments before I go into the other stuff I want to speak about today. Through that, Arsenal lost the advantage against Liverpool. 2 goals first half, failed to score a third. Letebe Lesbusi, so thank you for the follow. Exactly, man. Objective has to change due to advantage. Real Madrid cost us money. You took Jorginho while he was not even playing at Chelsea, and we were all surprised. Exactly. The Devoted Cat, thank you for the follow. The problem with Arsenal is that they don't have enough squad. They need to sign more players, better players, not more. I don't want to see any more development players at Arsenal. I don't want to see development players. I'm sorry. I don't want to see a Sambi. I don't want to see a Marquinhos type signing. I don't want to see a Vieira type signing. Now it's time to get guys who are ready. You're not going to be able to rest. When you're playing Champions League on the Wednesday and you're playing the league on the Saturday, you need to be able to rest Saka. You need to be able to put Odegaard down without dropping quality and adding competition. Some of these players don't have competition. That's the problem. Some of these players, we act like they're gods right now. Xhaka, we speak about Xhaka very glowingly. Remember how we spoke about Kieran Tierney until we saw Zinchenko an upgrade? Yes, then we were like, man, what are we doing this whole time? But in any case, again, I don't want to see development players. I don't want time. I don't want all that stuff. Now it's 4 years into a reign. At any other team, you're given 2-3 years. Bayern Munich gets rid of you. Real Madrid gets rid of you. Carlo Ancelotti is on the ropes right now, and he's won the Champions League last season. If Arteta wins the Champions League, you guys will give him a lifetime contract. But we need to up our standards. And we need to be able to criticize. You know, sometimes, guys, tough love is good. Sometimes you need to be honest. I can tell you, Monday morning, Arteta probably goes through the thing and they talk about the hard things that happen. But us as fans, we can't even give ourselves latitude, give ourselves the chance to speak about those things. In any case, let me carry on with this. Hello, bro. Arsenal was dependent on Saka, no backup plan. Exactly. Sfundo, thank you for the follow. You know football, my friend. Coaches must learn from Guardiola. Look at how he rotates the squad. Even the rotation. Exactly. I want to stick on that point. Even the rotation. You have players, but now you're asking Rob Holding to come in cold at the end of the season when it's lit. You're asking Vieira to come in cold when he hasn't really had game time to play. You're asking Jorginho to come in cold when he hasn't, because you've been sticking with that team and not rotating them, besides resting the other players. Now I need to look at Reece Nelson, and Reece Nelson has been sitting on the bench for the whole season. Same thing happened with Pepe. Pepe has a goal or 2 in him, or 3 in him, but now he's been sitting the whole season, and now when it's lit, you call on me. And I must get warm, and I must get back to match fitness and do all these things. You need to, like, a season is long, guys. A season is long. So make sure that when Eddie Nketiah comes on, he's had 6 sub appearances where he's played 30 minutes. When this person comes on, he's had time to do this and this and this. My brother, I'm an Arsenal fan, I agree with you. Everything you're saying is true. Thanks, Fundo. All they had to do was to win those 3 games so that they cannot fear Man City like this. It was 2015 when we last got full points at the Etihad. Mabomba and Isoso, thank you for the follow. Tomorrow is going to be a pool of goals plus 6. There's no competition at Arsenal. They all know that they're going to be in the starting lineup. Amen. But the statistics says a lot about City and Arsenal clash. City dominated all games from 2015. Exactly. But I think it's because of this. Arsenal must hit a smash and grab result tomorrow, but you have to believe it. I don't think we believe it. Mitchell, thank you for the follow. It's now boring. I'm a Chelsea fan. I just pray that Arsenal win the league. EPL is now the Farmers League. You could say that actually. Andy Lemdeni, thank you for the follow. You're telling the truth. Arsenal make enough revenue to compete with the top 6, and not even compete. I'm gonna repeat this thing that I said yesterday about Kaizer Chiefs. Fine, don't compete. You can't compete, let's say. Then go out and get your players. Every transfer window, I say the same things to Arsenal fans. Every transfer window, my fellow Arsenal fans. If you're gonna go for Trossard, get Trossard in early. Clar. The moment Madrid, they said 100 million, pull out of that thing because you're not gonna pay that money. We've seen it with Higuain. We've seen it with a ton of players that we put in offers that Razamile Shem. But in any case, now, go for those people that are going to fit into your team and play them. They've already shown us that they're very good at taking players that maybe we don't see. Put them into the team, get them playing, know that you've got backup, know that you've got other options, know that you've got actual competition in the team. Don't go and get a guy who's 3 years off of being ready. Sambi got killed by that. Sambi Lokonga got killed by that. Sambi was not meant to be Partey's understudy. Sambi was meant to be behind another midfielder. For example, if we're looking at developing properly. But you know what happened? We signed Sambi, a developing player. Then we gave El Neni a contract. Another guy we don't trust. We don't trust him enough to put him ahead of Sambi. And he's supposed to be an experienced player, for example. These are some of the things that it's like, is there a plan? Or are we now winging it and saying youth, but yet Jorginho walks through the door? Youth, Willian walks through the door. Youth, Shaq is still playing. Youth, El Neni gets a contract renewal. Moving forward, Holding is still there. Nice guy. I can't. They keep telling us about dressing room people. Nice guys. I'm tired of nice guys. We must see it on the pitch now. Fight on the pitch. Tomorrow, Man City versus Arsenal. Remember, Arsenal dream was top 4. See? Let Trossard replace Jesus. Sakarino, Simang, and Yoni. Thank you for the follow. That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. Don't try put on a young team. Sorry, Quincy. I'm not getting you this. Sipesika, thank you for the follow. Quincy says you're emotional. Yes, maybe that's what we need. Yes, get emotional. Get emotional. That's what we need to do, yes. Guys, losing the league from second week, and if we lose this league now, it's going to be one of the worst league losses ever if we lose it now. Great, you can have very good, what do you call it, progress. But you can also criticize. This is the problem. You guys don't want to criticize, and you guys don't want to have real conversations about stuff. It doesn't mean I hate Arsenal. It doesn't mean I'm this. This young team has been winning game after game after game after game. Did you say they were young then? You didn't. Nobody said they were young then. They're young now. Now it's an excuse. Now, this is where it's young. When it's crunch time and we're asking questions. This is where Arteta is inexperienced and he wasn't inexperienced when he was winning those games. And we beat ourselves on top of that. But anyway, I'm almost done. Remember when we spoke about Nelson, I believe you should get a chance. Stop supporting with emotions. What must I support with? What is this for, guys? Let's talk about Lamine Yamal. My friend, you believe that we're going to win the cup but get lost along the way? Good luck tomorrow, buddy. Thanks for giving it to us. Mr. Caesar say, hey, The Man City fans that haven't been on these past few weeks, you guys are back. But the team is the youngest in the league. That's fine. And what does that mean? Stop being emotional like Zinchenko. I wish they would get more emotional. I like Zinchenko emotional because Zinchenko realizes that they're losing something. Teta's hopping and screaming all season long. Now it's lit and he's quiet on the sideline. Odegaard, we were making nice passes. We're flicking, we're doing things. Now it's lit. Where is that player? Where's that player? Now the Klopp is loud at Liverpool. You guys were leading 2-0 and they were quiet. It wasn't a young team. Now it's loud and it's crunch time. Oh, they're a young team. All right, guys. People throw stats at me. The team that has scored the most goals with under 21 players. Yeah, young team that did that. Now that it's lit, y'all don't want to hold them to what you were saying previously. Saka wasn't young. 19 games into the season, he wasn't young. When we were 8 points ahead, Saka wasn't young. Remember, Saka's a 5-year vet right now. Odegaard comes from the biggest teams in the world. Odegaard was signed by Real Madrid when he was 16. He's experienced at the very least. It's not just young. Gabriel Jesus comes from a Manchester City that has won league after league after league after league. Zinchenko, league after league after league after league. But now they're young. Partey, the season that Partey left Atletico, they won the league. I think he left halfway through, they won the league. So when you guys say this young team, I'm like, alright guys. I think we're just using excuses just for excuses' sake. I see some comments saying, let's see, Mudao says, I see some comments saying Arsenal have the youngest squad. They are young players by choice. By choice. The teams that win the league must have players with character and good leadership on and off the field. Exactly. We put on a good fight when no one gave them a chance. You didn't give them a chance. I'm going to say this one more time. Y'all didn't give them a chance. This Arsenal team, the first 13 of Arsenal's team, is good enough on its day to take anybody on. Arsenal has been good enough for plenty of years, but here. And then I ask you again, from 2015 up until now, 8 seasons, you're telling me that you can't get a lucky win at the Etihad? Like what Norwich has done? Like plenty of little teams have done. What does that tell you? We can't keep thinking like this, guys. I'm sorry. You got to expect a lot more. You got to expect something. You got to hold them to something. And sometimes me saying I want them to win the league doesn't mean that I'm crapping on whatever progress has been made. No, you are here now. Nobody expected it. Fine, nobody expected it. You're here now. The girl is standing in front of you. Look, hey, this girl, hey, what? She's here unexpectedly. Kwababa. I will get her next time. I know you guys know these stories. You get them next time. Anyway, the league is gone to Man City. Arsenal is making me sick, Nje. Nyasha, thank you for the follow. No, I don't think so. United was leading by 14 points January 2012, and we lost the league by a goal. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Ne? How many leagues did you win? I believe the following season, if I'm not mistaken, Manchester United won the league. So when we compare, let's compare fully. Do you prefer Starbucks or Deal Dough? Not sure what Deal Dough is. Bring me on. Let's talk about Arsenal. Hi guys. We're gonna talk about Arsenal tomorrow when we're playing the match. I need to get into some other stuff. Open the panel. Arsenal players are playing good. I think it's just the coach who lacks some important aspects. Daddy X, we all know Man City will smash Arsenal tomorrow. Arsenal fans believe they're going to beat us. If you want to win tomorrow, play Tierney. Maybe, just maybe, you might beat us. I think we're losing points because Arteta's changing the system. We started with, there's a lot of change. It went from alone at the top to begging. Yeah, now Arsenal are the biggest bottlers. Listen to what they're saying. Quincy, listen to what people are saying. But in any case, guys, I don't want to make it into what happened yesterday. Hey, yesterday we went long with Chiefs. There's some really big things I want to speak about. Tomorrow we'll carry on with the Arsenal thing because it'll be the match of the day, and we can speak about more of that stuff. But I really do want to get into some of the topics that I have planned for tonight that I didn't get to yesterday because we were talking about Chiefs. So the first big story I want to speak about, and I'm going to open the panel. The first big story I do want to speak about is Floyd Mbele. We're back. We're back to local. Let me just allow you guys to come in and join. Okay, so you'll be able to jump on. Please, guys. Arsenal tomorrow. I just wanted to touch on that match and set up what's going to happen tomorrow. But yeah, Ronnie on. Okay, so we're going to start it off with the Floyd Mbele story. Let me read you a little something. Then Ronnie, I'm going to come to you. I've read this article. So it says Floyd Mbele has resigned as the administration manager of Orlando Pirates, having made a name for himself at the South African Student Sports Union. Mbele made a big jump in his career when he joined the Sea Robbers. He played a key role in the successful quest for the treble during the 2010-11 season. He resigned from his post in 2011, assuming managing director role of Royal Bafokeng Sports, the owners of Platinum Stars. Mbele returned to in recent years, assuming the same administrative role he had left. However, the veteran administrator has vacated his post with immediate effect. Orlando Pirates has accepted the resignation of the club's administrator, Floyd Mbele. The club wishes them the best. It's almost like they've been listening to what we've been speaking about, yeah, Ronnie, these past few weeks.
Good evening.
How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome.
Good. I'm so happy. I don't want to lie. With Floyd Mbele, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
He went to Platinum Stars, come back and do whatever, but Paris never been successful under him.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest, and then if you can check the treble, right? It was because of the character of the coach.
Yeah,
right? Character of the character of the coach. So if you look at that, right, the coach was too good, right? He was too good. He assembled the best team, and actually they assembled the best team, right?
Yeah.
And then with the team that was assembled, he used them very, very, very well. And if you can check after Teko Modise left, right? Because him and Teko, I don't know what was happening, Chief.
Yeah.
I don't know even now. I don't know. But what I'm saying is there was something behind, Okay. Nevertheless, I don't want to ngimoshe kakhulu.
Okay.
I told you that I'm a friend with one of the PSL players, or most of the PSL players, right?
Yeah.
But there's one which I can outline. It is the captain of Skukuni, Tambo.
Yeah.
We speak. And I don't want to but whatever they were saying, it is there. It is there and it is happening. But I don't want, because remember, I have to protect him. He's still active at school, so I won't do that. I won't do that. It will be wrong of me.
Let's stick this one. Floyd Mbele. You see now, apparently, same thing we spoke about last week. You see now, apparently, he's gotten a job already. Apparently, he's surfacing there by Kukune United, funny enough. I want to ask, the first question is, why do you think he left now?
Let me tell you something. I think when things, if you can check Paris now, they're playing very well.
Yeah.
Right? And if you can check the media, if I talk about the media, I talk of everybody, including yourself. Right? You're talking, these people listen. They listen. When even Chiefs, they are playing they're not playing good and all that. They're listening. It doesn't mean they're not listening. Remember, we as fans, there's no way where we communicate with them. The only way we can communicate is via media. Facebook, blah, and then we post, we talk about this,
mm,
we
mm,
cry on the
mm,
face, we crying, we eating bread, we eating cabbage, and all that is the language that we speak to them. You
mm,
understand me? So
mm.
I think parents this time around they heard our cry to say, you know what, this guy must go.
But
This guy must go.
is it maybe a case of now I'm a bit of cynic with these things. Is it maybe a case
Yeah.
of he's becoming the scapegoat? So, for example, we know everybody talking about Dr. Ivan Koza, Floyd Screamer.
Yes.
Everybody's been talking about. Is it maybe a move where Pirates is going, you know what? We need someone to take the fall, or else all of us are going to be put into this boat again.
This thing, you might be right on that. Remember, football is the same as government. One must die. One must die for us to be safe. The tender money that we are eating, one must die. It might be the very same thing.
Yeah.
But if you can check, right? I want to say this in a way. If remember Zola Koza, right? When she was active, still
Mm,
alive, may her
mm,
soul rest in peace.
mm,
Pirates was functioning very well.
mm, mm, mm,
Pirates players understand. They took her as their own mother. We end up saying one of the players was in love with her, blah, all those things because they were into her, like they were feel protected.
mm,
But
mm,
now players are not protected anymore. You think would say players they are buying to be in the starting 11 or starting 18. I
yeah.
believe in that.
Let me welcome
Yeah, I believe
Utepang.
in that. But what I can say,
Oh, no, carry on.
yeah.
Can you just finish that point? Sorry about that.
Yeah. It is. I think it's more of a scapegoat, and another thing it is to fix the team. I think is long overdue where Pirates have not. We've been winning those top eight,
Mm, mm,
Nedbank Cup, and all those things.
mm,
Like the you've been rated by the league that you win, not by the other trophies, the top eights and all that. So I think now they are starting to see if we prolong this, right? We
mm,
might be losing more, another 5 years of not winning the league again. So
yeah.
I think the restructuring from the top. Remember, the fish for it to get rotten, that doesn't start on the tail; it started
Mm,
on the top. So I think
mm,
they have noticed to say, you know what, let's just demolish the head first and
mm,
see if it's going to work. You understand me? Maybe even
mm,
the players, the private players, the players which are there now,
mm,
that's complaining with us the very same thing.
mm,
You find that as much as the media has put much pressure on them, and then they start to interview these players to say what is happening, talk to us, is this thing happening? Remember, there's no allegations, there's no smoke without fire. So
yeah.
these allegations, why are these like this? You
Mm,
understand me? And then
mm,
they check back to say why Pirates was not winning all along. There was Chula
mm,
season Boyani, there was what, and
mm,
then what is happening? So
mm,
I think there was whereby they sit down with the players and interview them to say, is this thing happening? Are you happy with
mm,
with the management that we're having now?
mm,
Are you happy? Are you really happy? So I think the feedback, right, it kicks to them to say, you know what, Floyd, it is time for you to go.
mm,
It is my take on this.
mm. Let me
Yeah.
let me welcome Tepang to the live. Tepang, how are you doing, my brother?
Hey, Warimo.
Ke right. Our little show. Kare bare mamela, ke tsebe phela. We spoke about Pirates till the Wednesday. The next 2 days, Floyd ha yo reng ka taba ya Floyd.
I'm fine. Tseba o chaela fela VAR ne.
Mm,
Actually, Pirates for me, also not direction. Actually, Pirates, I don't know what's happening at Pirates. You know what's funny? Ne?
mm,
Pirates has been so inconsistent the whole season.
mm,
Now suddenly the season is about to end. The team is doing well.
mm.
Now the team is doing well. Floyd, you gone. So what are they saying to us? Floyd nearly a problem. It feels like Pirates have been playing well for the past 5 games. I don't want to lie to you. Those guys have been. This is the Pirates that I don't know. How suddenly Floyd towards Ama. So like I don't understand what is Pirates saying to us as fans? Are they saying Floyd Inele no problem now that the team is playing well?
Wait, so then o reng ka Prasten then. Prasten ko ako distancing. So does this mean he wanted the nice things for Pirates of Blokule ke Floyd? How romela di SMS tsa di starting lineup?
Not really, not really. That is what I'm telling you. And Ronnie said Pirates ke it's run like government, and I believe that. Like certain things, you know those things that Motsu's got a sentimental value to the team. That's why I'm keep. That's Brasten for me. Whether he's contributing positively, I don't see that positivity contributing. Maybe behind closed doors, we don't see that. Now,
Yeah.
I don't see that. I think Pirates right now, let's focus on soccer. Pirates, it's a football club. It's our Floyd scream send a Mandi SMS. Now, as a fan, when I go to the stadium, I just want to see the best players being filled and Pirates win.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's our man. Hey, I don't want to get into that. I just want to, you know, the other, when was this? Saturday, I was watching Sundowns play.
Yeah.
Yo, guys.
There was that goal they scored. There was that goal.
Yo, guys.
There was that goal.
It felt like I'm not watching a team from South Africa. I was like, yeah, no. You see, if I'm a fan, this is what I want to see when I go to the stadium. How many politics or mang went Floyd went send it mang SMS. I don't want to hear that. So for me as a Pirates fan, Pirates is a football club. Let's focus on playing soccer and winning games. That's it for me.
Okay, Hendrik, welcome to the live. How are you, my brother?
My brother.
How are you doing?
Hello. I'm good, my brother.
It seems as though they're listening to us. It seems as though they're listening to us. I don't know if maybe there's an agent somewhere here in these people that are watching in the comments that is relaying messages back to Pirates. What do you think about this Floyd Mbele thing?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Let me say something, my brother Tsapang. Let me tell you something, my brother. When you can say when you don't care, you just want to see beautiful football. You won't see beautiful football when there are too many leaders in the team, my brother. Like it has to start from the top, it has to finish from the bottom. So for you to say, my brother, when you just want to see ball being played, it won't be played properly because there are people who are influencing the game. I once said it this coach that was I once said it with this coach that was fired before this coach.
Zimbabwe.
Man, it's not Micho, man.
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe was a fantastic coach. Zimbabwe was a freaking fantastic coach. But people did not see it. Why? Because Abu Skrima, they were ruling over him. There was Epijele did not get the medal for that trophy Zimbabwe won. What was it? Was it Nedbank Cup? It was Nedbank Cup because
I think so. Yeah, we can call it Nedbank.
I heard the rumors that he did not. It was rumors, allegedly. Allegedly, he did not get a medal because the coach did not appreciate it when Zimbabwe was giving instructions by Skrima Shabalala and Floyd Mbele from the top. The messages were delivered by a PGL, if you can remember. That game. I think it was a game. Cape Town.
Yeah.
So these people, you can say who you want to avoid them, you cannot avoid them, my brother. It's like me saying, Uri, I just want to live without the government. Bona, they will increase the price of petrol, I will complain. There's no way, my brother. You have to start from the top and finish from the bottom. That's how it is.
So
and you say Sundowns, my brother, Sundowns is a Sundowns, I get to compare which car. Not Sundowns is a Lamborghini, my brother. When you study it, nothing lacks, no engine light, because they know what they are in PSL for. The coaches they give their coaches the job, the materials and everything. They don't sign up Benjamin and players that they don't understand. So let's not talk. Sundowns is a Lamborghini, my brother. Renari retires now. We are old.
Venture. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Hendrik, I wanted to ask you quickly. What do you think of this idea that maybe Ufrit is being scapegoated? So Pirates might be doing this thing to make it look as though we're going to change, but fundamentally we know Brasten is still there. You know, a lot of the people in the background are still there. What do you think of that idea?
That's why when I started speaking here, I said, "Oh, shut up, man."
And
I said, "Oh, shut up, man." Scream. Because this thing will keep on happening. Give a God, I congratulate my Pirates. They are celebrating because they are winning. Next season is going to be the same song. Because if you can remember, this is the time where Pirates they perform and they think, our Pirates is going to actually do well.
Yeah.
And then default mode. You know, default mode, they're going to start losing games. You're going to start blaming the coach. You're going to bring in another coach. Same thing, he will win one trophy, bringing another coach. Like, this thing will happen, guys. The problem is at the top. Nasalaga Abela Street Garden, Screamer Shabalala, Le Floyd Mbele. Now Floyd has moved out of the way. Oshota Screamer Shabalala. It's the same at Chiefs. Because there are too many leaders. There are too many leaders. But how not that one leader that the players can go to and say, okay, let's do this. The coach can go to that leader and say, okay, let's do this. It's always Buskrima telling the coach how to put in players. At Sundowns, there was a time, I don't know if maybe like I interview Pizzo. He was asked about coaching the Soweto Giants. And then he said, I have no problem coaching those teams, but you have to let me be your coach. That's what he said. It says a lot. So it means he knows what's happening at the Bafana squad and also in these big teams.
Yeah.
For him to come and say that, to reply in that manner when he was asked about two teams, he said, give me the material, let me be the coach, and then I will do my job. And then when you fire me, while I'm doing my job, we will know 100% that I was fired while doing my job. Not someone else is doing my job for me.
Let me bring in Pravita. Pravita, welcome to the live. How are you?
I'm good, boss. I'm good. How's everyone?
No, I see the Pirates fans. The Pirates fans have a bit of they've got a little something today. What do you think about this Floyd Mbele situation?
No. You know, Pirates. You know, the previous guy who was just talking is telling the truth. I mean, there at the top, there's a problem. I mean, look at what we also did to Rulani. We're not supposed to let go of Rulani at all. He was a good coach. He learned a lot from Micho. Micho was the best coach. Remember, Pirates came back from losing 6 from SuperSport 6-0. We went to get Micho. We get Rulane. Rulane went to assemble a good squad. Abo Lochi, what was the best squad? That squad was the best. We only didn't win the cups, but we went to the finals. Then we let go of such a guy. Look at what he's doing at Sundowns. He's doing wonders. There at the top, there's a big problem. Same things as Kaizer Chiefs. Why do you get Gavin Hunt there and then you let go of that gentleman? I mean, you don't even give him a chance. You know? And you look at the Kaizer Chiefs are complaining about Zwane now. That guy's gonna go. He's not experienced to coach such a team. You know, and with Mbele, there at the top there's a problem. So I don't want to.
So then,
some people are just making some decisions.
What do you think of the idea then that maybe scapegoat, maybe they're just throwing him out there so that it looks like Pirates is moving away, and then Stan can carry on being comfortable? A sacrifice.
It could be, but let's give him a chance and see. But it could be. There's a possibility. You know, there at the top, there's a lot of possibilities. You know.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I was making an example with Rulani. I mean, how do you let go of such a coach? How do you let go of such a coach? And how do you get him back again? You can't get him back. He's gone.
Yeah.
He won't go back to Pirates or Chiefs. He's doing wonders. I mean, if you look at the game, the game of Sundowns, I was watching that game. I said, "Wow, this is the style of Pirates, Papa. This is Pirates. Pirates was doing this. Now this guy is gone. You know."
Yeah.
So, then I think they could be making a scapegoat. You know, it could be possible.
Let me jump to Ronnie. Ronnie, I want to ask you just a quick question. how much of this was Rivero? Because you spoke earlier about Ruud Krol being a very strong coach. Do you think that Rivero and maybe some of the players may have had an influence on this decision?
I still say so. You know why I'm saying this, right?
Mm.
I think this thing didn't start yesterday. Like for them to suspect that the fans are not happy.
Mm.
Remember, if you can check, Pirates fans are hooligans. If you can check, if it was the olden days, we're supposed to be there at Rand Stadium
Not to Chisel
joining
Stadium.
in all
Not
these
to Chisel
things. You
Stadium.
understand me?
Eh.
Yeah. So now things have changed, man. We in the modern days where there's a media that you can go through, or social media. Understand me?
Mm.
I'm sure of that you know what, the Spanish coach, right? He came and he showed character in a way of saying, you know what, if this doesn't happen,
Mm.
then I'm leaving, or you know what, I won't do it. Remember, if you
Mm.
can check, when he came in with his own panel. If you can check,
Mm.
there's only Nkazi who was listening,
Because,
but
yeah.
Nkazi, if you can check, he's not an assistant coach, eh? If you can check, take a
I'm
look.
still
He's not an
saying,
assistant coach.
they should have given me the
He's
job. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
okay. Mm.
he's not an assistant coach. The
Mm.
only thing is they just sit here. I'm telling you, because
Mm.
if you can check, those guys came in, and then I think there were four of them, right? And
Mm.
then they start to assemble themselves to say, "You'll do this, you'll do this." I think I have a chart. You can see that these guys, you never seen them before
Mm.
in a Pirates, or in SA.
Yeah.
So I think they're supporting each other. If Ngigazi came in, they were going to choose him a panel
Mm.
to say, you are going to work with these guys, whether you
Mm.
like it or not,
Mm.
so that
Mm.
and then who will push you around.
Mm.
That's the whole thing that was going to happen. But
Mm.
unfortunate part is that when that guy came in his contract, I'm sure of that, he
Mm.
says, I'm bringing my own people. Is either me on or the highway.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Then because they were desperate for the coach, and Pirates was not doing well, and then they bring him in.
Mm.
I think that is where the will has changed
Mm.
when it comes to that coaching department. Because
Mm.
if it was Ngigazi, they were going to say, okay, take Ronnie, we're taking that guy, you understand me? They were
Mm.
going to choose. So that guy came in with his own panel. That is the
Mm.
good part of it.
Mm.
Like in Sundowns, if you can check,
Yeah.
the structure from the top is more of Mike Ntombela, Trot Moloto,
Mm.
Daniel Modau,
Yeah. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
guy Peter, this guy from Zimbabwe. Who's
Go.
this?
Pit and go.
With 28, 30 kids or 40 kids, I don't know, around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pit and
So
go.
yeah, if you can check the panel, it is more structured of senior or previous players which were senior players.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
Which is so good. And then when you go to the bench, you check. Rulani did work with who's this guy who's speaking English?
Oh,
The
Compella.
Xhosa guy, Compella. They worked together at Free State Stars
Mm.
before, and all those things. So the combination is there, and
Mm.
hence is so good at Sundowns, because when you check from the top going down, everything is marvelous. When you check the players, it's balanced. Everything is balanced, and all those things. That
Mm.
is the good part. But Pirates, I think, if with that panel they have, let him choose his own players, the one that they're coming in.
Okay.
That is the whole thing.
Let me
That is the whole
let,
thing.
let me jump to Hendrik quickly. Hendrik, same question to you. How much do you think Rivero played? What role do you think Rivero played in this Floyd thing? Whether it be Rivero, his technical team, and the players. How do you think they had influence in this?
You know what I think, my brother? I think the big bosses, like honestly, like the owner,
Yeah.
started to sit down and look down on what's actually wrong with the team.
Mm.
Now, in my mind,
Mm.
the second one will come out.
Mm.
I'm telling you the truth,
Mm.
because now I think it's time. For the first time in a while, I see Pirates actually having a faith on the coach. And then I think this decision, it was influenced by the coach. They now sit down and check the chemistry that the coach has with the player.
Okay.
They don't want to get a new coach again and start for stage one. You understand? They are flowing nicely. This coach. So, and then you can see now the chemistry of Pirates playing. They can come back from a goal down and then actually score from a build up. No free kick, no penalties. Like they can score. You can see the way, the style of play, the way they play as a team.
Yeah.
So is it worth it for is it Ivan Koza, the owner, Ivan Koza?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, Ivan, Dr. Ivan.
Yes. Yeah, is it worth it for Dr. Ivan Koza to lose the chemistry that the players and the coach have? No, it's not worth it. They already won one trophy. They made a mistake about firing Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
You understand? So now they don't want to make the same mistake. Pirates have more quality players than Sundown. But again, I almost made a mistake.
Yeah, almost made a
more quality
mistake.
players. Yeah.
Than any team in the league, yeah.
Like they have
Outside of
those quality
Sundowns.
players. Yes, outside of Sundowns. So now they are gelling. So is it worth it for Dr. Isaac to lose a coach that has chemistry with the players? No, he would rather lose the people that make the players and the coach uncomfortable. I'm telling you, Skrima Shabalala is the second one. Mark my words. This guy is trying to clean out Pirates. And unfortunately, with us Kaiser Chiefs, there's no way because Kitty me up.
So para blood, angeke.
Yeah, so that's how I see it, my brother. That's how I see it. I see where the chairman finally said, you know what, it's time for me to listen to my players and the coach because they have good chemistry. And it's possible that the players could have actually commented on this behavior that they were getting from these people, and also the coach could also maybe complained. You understand? But now I think it's between the coach and the players, because you can see when they play, the players listen to the coach. There's chemistry, man. There's 99% chemistry now. So for chairman to lose that, I think he would rather sacrifice the old leaders of the team. So yeah, man.
I want to go to Sepang. Sepang, same question to you. What do you think was the influence Saboro Vieiro on this decision? Because it seems like it's out of the blue.
Yeah, actually, when something like this happens out of the blue, you even wonder what's happening in that office, what's happening in the boardroom. But a couple of months back, I watched interview Tulo Sizwe Mbuyane. When he exposed a lot of things that are happening at Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
I don't know if that had anything to do with it, because after that interview,
actually, yeah,
after that interview, we started seeing the Pirates in a different way. Now, after that interview, the team is performing well. Suddenly, Floyd goes. So, if this means that the current coach has any influences this, my question is, what's next? What's next is simple. He needs to perform. He needs to perform. Unfortunately, Pirates is at a stage where now in a quality. I feel like Pirates has good quality. Like the previous guy said, Hendrik, the chemistry is good. Yeah, I believe the chemistry of Pirates. Now it's a question of consistency. Now it's a question of the coach. I feel like if the current coach has anything to do with this, they have given him power. He must just perform now, because I feel like he's gonna be independent now. So he'll be able to instill whichever philosophy that he wants. So far, yeah, here and there. Let's fix at the back, and then let's see what happens next season, because this season of a deal. So there should be the Champions League, and I don't like going to the Champions League, to be honest with you.
You guys, Pirates was in the final of the Confederate League.
No. Hey, the Champions League comes with a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
Trust me, injuries, you become behind with games, cup games. Even I was sitting the other day with a friend of mine. I told him, the only thing that's going to affect City is a lot of games.
Yeah.
And Pirates always suffer because of that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's wait and see. I do have faith in the current coach.
G,
Let's see him next season, or what will he do. But so far, yeah, I'll give him heads up.
Before,
just a second.
quickly.
Yeah, quickly. Another thing that I think Henry says something about chairman and the owner. Ivan Koza is a chairman.
Oh,
There
okay.
there are people behind, or maybe let's make an example. He own 51%, for example. There's other 41%, 49% that is owned, right? So remember, it is it might can be your decision, but there's other people who can influence it. So there are other people who are sitting there who are stakeholders who are saying, no, 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 this thing, let's look at it. You understand me? Like, as much as we're talking now, there's somebody who might be a stakeholder who has shares in Pirates and all that, who says, no, you know what, this is hard. Uh, Supporters are crying on, so let's try to tackle it, let's see, and all those things. So there's so many things that are happening which we can put in.
Yeah.
That I wanted to add that, for the chairman and the owner, and then we clarify that so that we can, you understand me?
Okay, no,
Yeah.
that's. Let me just get into the comments quickly. Tom many thank you for thinking Nisi to Pirates. I'm a Pirates fan. I'm happy he's gone. Master T108, thank you for the follow. Players like Marco Dlamini, a board for the starting 11, bruh. Smusi Som, Paul, Shelton, and Soul Star, thank you for the follow. I like the statement of Tez and Venture. TK. Maroro 7 says the truth has been told by Henrik. Niggas is only there to translate. Hey, Maroro. Napom Naring, thank you for the follow. Baggio says Pirates has quality players. Honest, thank you for the follow. Maroro 7 says, I still believe Pirates have the best players in Mzansi. MT speaking, my brother, I knew after the Mbuyani interviews or Dali television. That guy told us everything. Nari King, thank you for the follow. Skrima Shabalala must also leave, says Umdeni. Aubrey, thank you for the follow. Ndumiso, how's it? Welcome. Zake's husband, thank you for the follow. So, Ronnie, I want to start with you. I saw somebody mention Usinkim Nisi there in the comments. What do you think is going to be the future of Pirates then? So now, let's say in a perfect world, Prasten walks out 2 days from now, but right, Prasten, you're also out. Who are some people that will come in and steer that ship, your Pirates?
I still feel, as much as I talk about Sundowns before, right? Even last week, I think we're talking about them, and I talk about them even today, to say the structure that they put. It is more of players which were senior, right, up there, and then they are running the team. You understand me? Because they know the culture. Why if somebody is going to run it, to run a company, he must supposed to work as a driver first, going up. You understand me? Until being a manager, you cannot be a manager. You don't even know how to cut a loan, but
Yeah.
you're owning a company that cuts. So I think they have to bring back the likes of like Ilakwati. There are so many men like Ilakwati. They can bring him back, right? And the Tula Sizomboyan is one, is a legend in Pirates. The William Opara, they can bring him back. Why not? So there's so many legends that they can bring back to Pirates to run the team. You understand me? It doesn't mean look, Braston, man, he even fall long time ago, man. He's an old Madala, man. He cannot. I don't think he cannot even run the scouters. You understand me?
Yeah.
So the scouters that you need to run, to go and look for players and all those things, not the players that they were signing because somebody was good in the other teams and all that. You understand me? You have to replace for likes. You cannot, like now they're letting go of Nda, for example. For what? For what?
Yeah.
One of the best defenders in SA. For what? You take a Lepasa out and then you bring somebody who we don't know from Cameroon, who hasn't played, we haven't seen him, only seen him in YouTube, and then you bring him and then you leave, you take Lepasa out and all that. What is that? You understand me? So I think now we have to get people who will understand what the fans want. You understand me? The likes of Chulan Tizombo, and as I said, he was he was attached to the supporters, if you can check, during the change. You understand me? Like Ilo Party is attached to the supporters. So we need somebody who's going to talk to the. Remember, we're the customers. You understand me? We want the quality. So if you buy us quantity and then why? You understand me?
Doesn't feel
So
like
you
that
have to engage
sometimes.
with us to say what do we want? You understand me? Engage with us. Same as look. If Bloemfontein Celtic was not happened the way changing management and all that, they could be far because the team was engaging with what? With the supporters. Same thing. Yeah. So I think let them bring back the old players, the senior old players. Let me put it that way.
Okay. Hendrik, same question to you. I saw Sinki Mnisi mentioned there, and if I'm not mistaken, Sinki was the person who brought us couples on the back, but never mind that. Who do you think can lead this Pirates team? Let's say if Stan does go, as you have prophesied.
He will go, my brother, most definitely. You know, when it comes to Pirate, I'm not quite familiar with who showed leadership while playing at Pirates.
Okay.
Like the position of Skrima Shabalala and Floyd Mbele, it's supposed to go to people who showed leadership when they were playing for Orlando Pirates. So for me, I would say I would vouch for old Lahili Khwati.
Yeah, Lekhwati, I was
Because I
going
saw
to say.
him. Yeah, like I also saw him on a couple of shows and then speaking about football. He does understand like football. He does know how the game has to be played, how the team has to be managed. You can see, and he was a team leader on the ground and also off the ground. You understand what I'm trying to emphasize? So for me now, hey, only think of him alone. I can't think of anyone else. And then this new blood, man, like the same as with South Africa, we need new blood.
Yes.
Like with these teams also, new blood has to be inserted, my brother. Like I was Krima Shabala, they still use this thing of this is our team. You can't manage Tesas while you drive a Lamborghini. You can't manage Lamborghinis while you are a Tesa, my brother. I'm still repeating this statement. You want to manage new cars, but you don't know what makes them run. My brother, they were good. We thank them. But now I think it's time for them to get new engines. You understand, my brother? So, like Lukwate, my brother, I think he's the one that can actually make a difference. And also this guy, I forgot him. He's a pirate legend. I forgot him. I'll think of him.
Okay.
But it's likely Lukwate for now, my brother. So, but yeah, hey, Pirates doesn't have the same problems as Chisma. Pirates, I don't know why Pirates is not winning, my brother. Honestly speaking, man, my brother.
Let me ask you something. Skrima resigned 2 days from now. Okay, Yamang. For those 2 roles, the Skrima deployed.
Oh, that's a tough one, eh? It would be nice to see Palacios come back, but there will never be another Palacios at Pirates. There will never be a Palacios. Luckily, remember, that position there, it needs a whole lot of things. But luckily, I believe with the right guidance, he can fit well. He's one guy that has lead us very well. He has served the team very well. If he's given an opportunity, it will be nice seeing him grow at the management level.
Yeah.
Another person that I would love him to come back to Pirates. It's Happy Jale.
Yeah.
You know, the way he left, it wasn't nice, man. It wasn't nice. So those two for me, they were long saving. And bring back these superstars Pirates used to have.
Okay.
Steve Lekweleya. Let's let those guys sit down with these young stars because those are the guys I believe they are the ones that can lead. They might not be coaches, but they can give advices to these young ones. Because I feel like right now the development side of it is okay. It's just life skills, how to handle media, how to handle money, how to handle criticism, what must you do when you are on form. This is what you must do when you have
won the man of the match. Look at your previous. Those are the things that we need for
Mm,
football right now. I think everything that we do, co-pirates, must be football orientated. Yes, we can bring in Lekhwati. Now the question is, what is Lekhwati bringing to the team? You know. So Lekhwati, Happy Jail, yeah, man. I would definitely want to see those guys back to Orlando Pirates.
Okay. Butaro, welcome to the live. How are you doing?
I'm great, man. How are you?
No, I'm good. Firstly, since you're new, I want to ask you, what do you think of this Floyd Bella thing before I ask you the question?
I think the Floyd Bell, I think for me, there's nothing to do with Orlando Pirates. I think because reports are saying that it's going to Skukunen.
Yeah, just
So he
cool.
might have, he might have been offered a better position because I think now was under Screamer. So he might have been offered a better position to help Skukun with its administration.
Yeah.
So it might have been because of that. So I think that's, me, I think he was offered a better job and a better money. It's all about money in football these days.
So, what do you think? Who do you think could be the future of Pirates, especially in these roles that have now? Well, we are fantasy getting rid of Kimang Prasten, Uskrima. Who do you think could come in and take over those roles?
I think first we need to look at Screamer as an administrator. He's a very good administrator.
Okay.
And one thing which might have forgotten is he is the first person to make Sundowns what it is. The piano and shoeshine football.
It's his, yeah.
He brought in the legends of Sundowns back to the Rams, and they slowly developed to be good administrators. And before he became an administrator, he started as a coach to understand the rules. Because when you're a coach, at least you understand certain things, the market, the budget things. So at least you have that.
Yeah.
But now with today, do they have that link between the legends and him to say, when Screamer goes, are we taking one of our legends? I don't think so. We can bring like he's not even in the development of the club where you say he's developing the young ones. They understand a bit of budget. Because being a legend does not guarantee you that you understand the administrator.
Yeah.
So I don't think the Pirates might have lost it in saying they've put Screamer and Floyd Mbele without an idea of saying if this guy goes,
Who's
who will
next?
come
Okay.
in their legend. So now they might have to go back to the market and find a better person to be in the administrative role because I don't think like Elukwati can fit in like a lab. You might struggle. They might be bullied by maybe the chairperson. So it will be very tough. The administrative role, trust me, I feel like it's a very, very difficult position to be in. So yeah. But Scream, I don't know what's happened with Pirates. They have the best players. And I want to believe that it's not only the administration that is killing the Pirates football. I feel like Screamer is a very good administrator. Looking at his history, he's very good. I don't want to lie to you. Sundowns, it is what it is today because of his foundation that he laid in the club, bringing in legends and slowly grooming them. He left. I forgot their name. Most of them, they're still there under the administration of Sundowns.
Yeah.
So what is happening with Pirates? Did the chairperson say no? We can't bring in legends to work slowly up towards you, because I feel if he has given legends before and the chances, why is he not giving the Pirates in the Pirates when it is in Pirates? So those are the things that we need to do. But who will take over? Oh man, it's a very difficult question.
No.
It's different from what it is, man. I think they'll have to go back to the market and find a better administrator. But who? I don't know.
Ronnie?
Sorry, before you continue,
Yeah.
you know, there's somebody that came back to my mind, you know,
Uh,
and I feel because you know Pirates are trying to keep him out. You know, Benny McCarthy, man.
okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Benny McCarthy, man. Come on, man. You know, if you can bring that guy back, honestly speaking, I know his money issues and all that. The way he's in the top club and all those things. But he's one of the best guys to come in. I heard somebody saying Tebogo Moloi. I don't think he has that thing. Benny McCarthy has another character in him, you know.
Mm,
Beside coaching, beside as a player, there's another character in him that can push the team. You
mm,
understand me?
mm, mm,
So I
mm,
think
mm,
I think I can opt for Benny McCarthy if money was there,
mm,
or if the old man and the panel can say, you know what, we can pay him. I
mm,
can bring him back. Honestly speaking, that's one guy that I
mm.
know.
Okay, okay. Let me just check these
I
comments quickly.
okay.
I must also leave. I also already did that one. Heartbeat says even Paris chairman is old. Prakops, thank you for the follow. Luckily, Khwati Jele Okpara Mbuyane must be given a chance at Pirates, says Umdeni. Cantona, thank you for the follow. Berere laughing at something, I'm not sure. But let's go take Junior Kanye, that guy knows football. But I'm seeing laughing faces there. I'm seeing laughing faces. Manje, hey, soon after. Soon after I went back to his position, I didn't understand Lento Gamako there. Every player who questions the leadership, he won't get positions. Sinky is worse, he will sink the ship. Dicheni, thank you for the follow. Tepang speaks like MT. Better says Happy Chele is still playing. Chele was offered a good chance, opportunity of a lifetime, but yeah, he rejected. Zake's husband says they'll bring back Tebogo Moloi. Stay77, thank you for the follow. So because says if you're a true man, you have a deep understanding of football. Then he says, as for Screamer, you can be good at your profession, but the fraud and interference can mess that up. Leave that position open or get someone who will not take bribe from the players. Says Aubrey. Hey, now though. Ronnie's laughing. Before I come to you, Ronnie, can I just welcome Rodzani? I just want to get his thoughts on the previous thing. Rodzani, welcome, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. What do you think of the Floyd Bella situation, and who do you think could potentially Pirates forward?
Yes, my brother. It just came as a surprise yesterday when I saw it on social media that Floyd Bell is leaving Orlando Pirates for such a long time. He was on that position, but we never know what the pressure they put on him. But maybe even the fan they put hands on it, said because were busy crying that Floyd Mbele and Skrima Chawala should resign from Orlando Pirates. But maybe it's a good thing for Orlando Pirates. But for me, I think they need someone who know Pirates from its origin, like William Okpara, who came in 1995.
Okay.
But for me, I think Mbiane don't fit because Mbiane just came at Orlando Pirates from Free State Stars. We can say he know Orlando Pirates.
Okay.
But the likes of Jerry Skosana also can manage to work on that position for Floyd Mbele. Yeah, I think like that.
Ronnie, I wanna broaden the conversation a bit.
So then, before you go,
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
so I was saying to Rene, he spoke of bringing in Benny McCarthy. That's a very good idea, but however, will Benny go to administration, or he still wanna be in on the pitch? You know, because it's still very chances that he might not even wanna go
That-
back to be the manager.
That's actually the question. The question that I wanted to ask you and the rest of the panel. Isn't it a bit worrying, a little bit, that we don't have ready names like on the tip of our tongues of administrators that have been doing the administrative job that are ready to go in, like Screamer, for example, coached and did all that stuff, but I believe at the time you had names of people that we knew as administrators, like for example a Floyd Mbele, for example, as we're speaking about him. Why is it that we don't have these administrators? Because now it feels like when we say former players, we're just saying it because they are former players and we used to love them. It's not necessarily that they would automatically make very good administrators. Why do we not have administrators or known administrators in the country right now? Because, like, for example, Floyd has gone to Skukune, jumps from Orlando Pirates to Skukune, for example. Why don't we have people who are filling out those roles?
You know, the problem is one in football, right?
Mm.
Let me say in football in general, all the people, if you can check, um, they will opt for what do you call it, coaching and all those things, going for those classes and all those things. You
Yeah.
understand me? They remember when you clever enough while you are playing, you have to look for a loophole. You understand
Mm.
me?
Mm.
So
Mm.
these guys, man, because of money, man, I think it blind them to not see these opportunities, whereby they
Mm.
can see to say there's an opportunity, I can do that. You
Mm.
understand me?
Mm.
Another thing it is, um, players. As much as I'm telling you, I stay with most of the players. Some of
Mm.
them, you
Mm.
understand me?
Mm.
I understand them. They'll go to the gym, go home, stand. There's nothing that they're doing. You
Yeah.
understand me?
Yeah.
And I think then teams now they're starting to say, go to school, do this, do this. These are the opportunities. It's not all about coaching. Now they're starting to open those seminars whereby they're telling players you can go for sport management and all those things. So
Mm.
now
Mm.
they're starting to open up, but players themselves they don't want to do that. they
Mm.
they feel the money is too good for them, and they don't want. Some of them, they don't even go to school. I'm telling you,
Mm.
even now,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
there's players who didn't learn of Jabupule, not saving money.
Yeah.
There's players even now, they say this is my talent. They're ignorant in most of the cases, right?
Mm.
And they don't
Mm.
care.
Mm. Mm.
So it's same as out of football. You have to grow yourself. You
Mm.
understand me? After football, there is when you're working, there is work. There's life after work. You
Yeah. Yeah.
understand me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need to do something. So especially even players, they need to learn those things. So
Mm.
I feel it's because players, they don't want to grow themselves up. That
Mm.
is the problem.
Mm.
That is the problem. It doesn't mean that they don't. There's no loopholes.
Yeah.
Remember, if it is me now going there to Pirates and I say I'm looking for that job, they'll say, "Who are you?"
Mm.
First of
Mm.
all,
Mm.
you understand me.
Mm.
But
Mm.
if like look what he had something like a paper or something to say, can I fill this? You
Mm.
understand me?
Mm.
And
Mm.
another thing, it is the grooming of the players. They don't
Yes.
groom them.
Yeah.
Why do we have to groom? Why do we have to groom a player for coaching, or because he wants to coach all the time?
Mm.
Why can't
Mm.
we put them to say, Jericho Sana, as it was mentioned, Ivan Koza, sit with him all the time.
Mm.
Put him on your side. Let him learn your tricks and all that.
Mm. Mm.
You understand me?
Mm. Mm.
And then you learn from there. But
Mm.
now the teams, they don't want to give these guys an opportunity.
Mm.
They don't
Mm.
groom them.
Mm.
They don't groom them at all. And they don't want to open up with them to say this is the opportunities that we have in the team and all
Yeah.
those things. That is the problem that we're having.
Hendrik, let me jump to you. Same question, because, like, for me, a lot of the time in South African football, we see the same faces for coaches, we see the same faces for administration, we see the same faces all over the place. Why is it that, like, now, even in this conversation, we don't have people that already in our minds we go, that's an administrator that could take us forward. That's people that are known for administration, because it feels as though a lot of these guys are going to have to be taught this thing too.
Uh, my brother, as much as I hate to say this, but I have to say it. Sorry about the noise.
No,
As
no
much as
problem.
I hate to say this, I have to say it. My brother, it's because these people, they don't learn.
Mm,
They don't wanna, like, I think it's Rooney that said already. They don't want to go to school.
yeah.
Like, they don't go to school for this. They don't plan life, what we call life after football.
Mm,
They
mm,
don't do that stuff. And
mm,
then they see these things as last resort, like, oh,
mm,
I've retired now. What can I do next?
mm,
And then most of them, if you can check, even in other teams, they are elected. Like, for example, what we just did now with, like, Likwati.
yeah.
We said Uri is the perfect guy. Why? Because he played for Pirates.
Mm,
But actually, he did not go to school,
mm,
or he was not mentored by Abu Skrima or people that actually excel at that position.
yeah.
So now I say, Uri, the reason why we don't have people that can come into mind when we talk about this thing is because, like, no one wants to do this sort of job. They only see
Mm,
it as last resort.
mm,
So, when I like trying to let's say, for example, you want all the high paying jobs, and then if you can't get that high paying job, and then you settle for security, you settle for working at ShopRite. That's what these guys are doing. They went in, they enjoyed being players, and then they try to be coaches first. So the things that we are talking about, the positions that you are talking about, is the last resort. Because check all the people, everybody wants to be a coach. When was the last time you asked a person that was like a legend that was playing for Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, that what type of job do you want to do if you retire? Most of them say, I want to coach Chiefs. Like for instance, Willard Kasande said that he wants to coach Chiefs. He's not looking for any other positions.
Yeah.
And that's the problem why we don't have those sort of people in that positions. And then mark my words, those jobs in the coming years, they're gonna be done by foreigners, my brother. They're gonna be done by people that are from outside of this country. And then that's it, my brother. That's how it is. Like these people need to get educated for this sort of job. They must not wait for us to say, oh, Lucky can do it because he's a legend. You understand? What we just said here, they must stop relying on it. They rely on it too much. Even Zwani, does Zwani even have a license, like the coaching license? Because I think he was given that position because we said, Asmunige, Zwani maybe against something. You understand? But how many people are actually serious about coaching? They are only serious about coaching when they retire. Some of them think that they can excel about it. So are these positions that we are talking about. So they have to make sure they study for these positions. We must not elect them because Ulikwati won trophies. Like at England, they don't do that, man. If you can watch these positions, watch at Asanas, who are the sporting directors, you will find none of them are legends. It's just a guy that went to Harvard, the guy that went to school, knows how to manage businesses and companies, and then he's given that position. Now he can manage the team. Understand? So you have to go to work. You have to go to colleges, school in order for you to work those sort of jobs. And then that's it, my brother. We must stop electing. That's the thing that kills South Africa. We always elect. That's why we are run by fools. Because we elect based on what? He can run, he's good with people.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, okay. Butari, as Hendrik is saying, that's why I'm asking this question, because for me it feels like, as he made the example, for example, in England, Arsenal's administrative head, I'd say, for example, is Gillette. No, not Gillette. Richard Garlick. And that was a job that he did. So he was administrator for the FA, then he's gone to Arsenal. Not a legend, didn't play football as far as I know, all of that stuff. But it feels as though we don't have ready-made people, and also we don't have, it just worries me that we don't have people ready in our heads that we can think of. Why is that?
So I think I can break down this into three, but I want to agree and disagree with Hendrik.
Okay.
Sometimes the responsibility of the club, you know. When I say the responsibility of the club, I want to put back to Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
When they said we need an administration for Kaizer Chiefs, besides now that most of them is female, but now if I say we need administration for Chiefs, I can easily say Dokumalo. He's been the coach. He's been working in the management, different positions. He went to other clubs. He came back home, so he had gained a bit of experience there and there. And secondly, for players, for them to say that we want to be coaches is a mindset of a person. Besides what Hendrik is saying is right. However, as a player, you always want to find yourself in the pitch. That's what you love. That's what you know. Whether you equip yourself, I find that if I equip myself in administration, I do sports management, for example.
Yeah.
They hire me to become an administrator. I might get bored because I want to find myself in the pitch. So we need to put love into everything that we do. And lastly, I think sometimes the administrators are there. However, because of our media is not covering a lot of them,
Okay.
you might find that Mamkize has a good administrator with him, but our football media only covers Kaizer Chiefs, Pirates, and Sundowns. So our media is very narrow. It's very narrow. It doesn't cover the other good administrators that are there. They never cover the administrator for Bloemfontein Celtics. The guy was very good. For example, today we have Sundowns that is doing well. They are covering them, but however, if you check Skrima Shabalala, I forgot his name, the guy who played for Sundowns, then Skrima Shabalala took him and said to him, "Look, man, you're a good player, you are injured. Now come work with me because you have a degree in education. I when uzawubhala mfethu iza uzohlala nami." And today when Skrima left, he's managing Sundowns very well. So I feel like administrators are there. They're not covered by the media. We have a lot of clubs. There's clubs in the NFD that are managed very well.
Yeah.
But even though you can't say they can go to a big club, but we have clubs in the PSL that are managed very well. Wilford Tilton was managed very well. Where are the administrators? There's people that have went to school that love football. You know, the people in the different associations that love football. They've been in the administration for years, and those people that can manage the clubs. But the problem comes with us fans because we are only thinking of our legends. We don't think beyond saying, okay, this is an administrative job. Let's not think of a legend.
Yeah.
Let's think of someone with good management skills, someone who understands the finances. Because I want to believe in the administration, you need to understand the budget the club gets for you to acquire your target players, for you to sell how many players out. And then and say, when we want to think of legends, let's think of the structures of the club where they will add value in the ambassadors, in the other positions.
Yeah.
So administrators are there, man. They're just not covered. There's people that love football. They've served football. You know, there's people working in the PSL. Let's be honest. That if a club says, "You Joe, we are offering you a job," they can easily come to the club, and PSL can hire other people. There's, for example, the PSL now has offered the former referee Ngobo now a position. That an administrative position. Who would have thought a referee can hold such a position? But because he has the knowledge, it's not about what you have done in the history of football, but it's about the management skill of you love football. Do you understand what administrative roles of football? And the media, if it can cover more on that side, I think um, we can have them. And lately, the people that are covered most in the administrative, it's Screamer and Floyd because of the rumors that we've been hearing about
Yeah.
them coaching the coaches. It's only that. But if that was not happening, if we didn't hear such rumors, were we gonna know about what's happening in the administrative roles of football? No. So I think yeah, there is ones, but media is not covering them. Man.
Okay. Rutsani, same question to you. What do you think about this? Why don't we have these administrators ready already? Why don't these players? Why don't we don't have these names on the tip of our tongues already?
Yeah, for me, I just think this thing is so simple, man. Like, yes, administrators everywhere, né? But if we want like our legend to be administrator, I think you just to groom him yourself as a team. But okay, when you come as an administrator, they will show you all the books, the budget as a team that we have this so much, and each and every year we spend this much to buy players and everything. But if you're a wise man, like you just came with another plan that okay, from this years you were buying players, but then you didn't even win anything with those things that you were doing. But me, I have this plan. For me, my plan is like this. I want to do like this, and I want to buy this and this for a coach.
Yeah.
So that thing is it's so simple, man. It doesn't need anyone to go school. Like even if I remember, who was the manager for SABC before when they took him out? He just said, he's just, yeah, yeah, that guy just said to be a leader doesn't need anything, school or whatever. A wisdom. If you have a wisdom to do the job, let's give him a chance. So I think to give a legend a job on the team is like you will dictate to other positions. Like if let's say we just give like Dr. Kumalo on administrator to be administration at Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
He will charge everything, even though he can go to the players that yes, now I'm not coming as an administrator. I'm coming as a former player. It's so simple. For me, I think while we are choosing on the position for Floyd Mbele, I think we just
Oh, what happened there? Was that me, guys?
I think it's his network.
Yeah.
Teka.
Rodzani, how are you?
Can you
Are
hear
you
me
back?
now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm back. Can you? Okay, sorry about that.
No
But
problem.
I think that's one is so very much simple,
Mm.
because even though, let's say, when we said we have a post, obviously, South African footballer is families who run the positions. You can just you never see any position for Junior Kesam Town to be on the post. They just told you Junior now is running this and this. So
Yeah.
that thing is very much rare to find someone, even on those small teams.
Mm.
Those people who are working there, they are family relatives. No
Mm.
one can say, I'm raising my hand, I put my CV for this job. It's
Mm.
very rare. Even us men, we can even raise our hand that I can try to coach development for Chiefs. So I think the person who gonna got the job for Floyd maybe will do better
Mm.
than the way Floyd was doing, because Floyd was there long time using those things for, those football, old football we used to buy teams to win the league or buy referees.
Mm.
So maybe someone who's gonna come with some new strategies. I think the new former players, all players for Pirates, they know how Pirates is run, how Pirates is operate.
Okay. Let me just go into the comments quickly. Let's see. Simple. The reason we don't give administrators is because teams keep the administrators for 20 years. That is actually true. That's something we haven't think of. Sobigos, Mandla, and Tau, thank you for the follow. Being an administrator also needs education. Shoes shows he can do the job, says the ex-husband. Maroro says Jimmy Tau must come back. Barongwa says whoever comes in must be given enough years to implement the culture of the 90s with a bit of the 2010s, 11s. Steve says Kunet Dolly. Downs says Charlie Williams Mshishi. Pirates, we need a player like Meiwa also. Mafuti and Philo, thank you for the follow. Sobigo says, I'm not sure if he has qualifications for it, but I think Mambila can do it. Just my thoughts. But then you put an emoji there, so I don't know if you're serious. Toto, thank you for the follow. Zeke husband Hendrik, you're right, bro. Mahlati says Atazwani will never win anything at Kaizer Chiefs. Baroma says it's all about who has your back, like Pizzo did with Rulani. Baroma says Lucas Khatebe. Zake's husband says being a good player doesn't guarantee that you'll make a good coach or administrator. Abafunde. PG, thank you for the follow. Lucas Khatebe, Dr. Kumalo, Sbusiso Zuma, Neil can bring positive changes. Mahlati says, do you think if Chiefs fires Atazwani, there's a team that can hire him? The answer is no. Dennis says, what is Mulifintseki doing at Chiefs Valley? BV says, yo, guys, do you think Buyani can work in an office to replace Mbele, but he doesn't have the qualification? Gita, thank you for the follow. So Bigos says, even Jomosono can do it at Pirates. Like, guys, he's single-handedly handling his club alone. We don't need administrators that will buy players first, then hire the coach, says the ex-husband. Guys, I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, let's go into final statements for tonight. Ronnie, what do you think for your final statements for what we've spoken about tonight? And your prediction for tomorrow? I shouldn't ask, but yes, yes. I shouldn't ask.
Okay. Actually, I think maybe it's a new beginning for Pirates, right? The merit that they'll have after this, maybe it will be bring success to Pirates, which is a good change, you know. I think it was long overdue, and I think most of the supporters are happy. I'm also happy. I don't know why, but I'm happy. Floyd is gone. I'm happy. I think Screamer must also go.
Okay.
Right? Or they can just remain him. That he can remain there just to oversee things. You understand? Not administrating anything. You understand me? Being sitting next to the old man. I think he can be good in that role also. So that's it, man. And I'm so happy that Chiefs has lost this past weekend. That is my closing statement also. And and yeah, and I wish, man. I wish Pirates the best. Like I
Mm,
feel it's a new relief for me to say.
mm,
Let me see without those two guys or one guy moving, what's going to happen. You
mm,
understand me?
mm, mm,
Let the coaches, let the senior players have the breather, and let's see if you can challenge Sundowns. I think Pirates has quality.
mm,
They have quality. They have quality. If you can check the last game, Toki was not there, but Tetwa, he replaced him. It was like for like. So
mm,
it shows that
mm,
we have quality. Is same in the middle. Teams came out, and then was this Makaula came in. Same thing. So we have quality. The only thing is that the top the top was rotten. So
mm,
I think it is best for Pirates. Well, what I see now is the best for Pirates,
mm.
and I've been there, and I'll follow them, and I'll support them all the way. That was my closing. I don't know. I don't know prediction. Which one do you want me to predict?
There's one match tomorrow, Chi. There's a Premier League final. That's right, tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Which one can?
Arsenal,
You can
Manchester
tell me.
City.
Are you say Arsenal?
Arsenal, Manchester City.
You know what? I think you're talking about Arsenal, right?
Uh,
Um, Pep, man. You know that guy is genius.
mm,
He play a mind game with the Arsenal coach, and then if the Arsenal coach fall for it, he was saying, no, this guy won the league, blah blah. Then that guy he fall for that. I think that guy is a genius. So I think 3-1
okay.
Arsenal this time, that they're whipping 3-1.
Yeah, okay, okay. I shouldn't have asked, but it's fine. Henrik, closing statements and your prediction for tomorrow.
All
Henrik?
right.
Yeah.
My brother, Pirates are going into the right direction. Talking about Pirates, they're going into the right direction. They must not please turn back. They must not turn back. Now, I still say, Hori, I think South African teams, let me say Soweto teams, they have actually given enough opportunities to their legend. It's time for them now to resort to people that are more educated on the or on the position. Because whether we like it or not, most of us can speak and say, "Oh, sometimes you don't have to be educated. You can do it as experience." Do people really know what's the responsibility of an administrator? Just go to the internet and see the responsibilities. You have to be educated at some point, guys. Go to the internet and understand. You can just Google what does a football team administrator do. Just go and check the list. It's a long list, and it requires you to be on the scales. You have to be balanced. So, like, guys, education in some parts, it's very important. You can't be a doctor without learning, so you can't be an administrator without learning. When am I brother tomorrow? We are concluding you bottle the league when tomorrow, my brother. I won't lie. Oh, Tara Haaland, who's gonna stop Haaland? Rob
That's
Holding,
all right,
come on, my
Holdini.
nigga.
Holdini.
I wish I could borrow you, man. Joe Gomez, cause he's better.
Hi, no,
But
Lina.
you see,
Uh,
but you see, my brother, I don't think it's gonna be a score of big margin. I think if I were to put a bet on these two teams, for me it's a 50-50. These two teams, we must not avoid the fact that they are both on form. If I were to place a bet, I would say both teams to win. Arsenal and Man City to win. You understand? Like to balance the scale. I don't think this game will end up in a draw. I doubt. But it's a 50. For me, I would say 60% City will win, 40% Arsenal will win because Man City, hey, my brother, and then now the fatigue hasn't actually kicked in. They are still
yeah.
strong. So, but my brother, it's, now my brother, I'm sorry, my brother, overthinking. I don't lose.
At least you gave me 40%, unlike Rodney, who just said it's a bloodbath, but it's fine. Mutlari, final statements for tonight from what we've spoken about, and also prediction for tomorrow.
Hey man, no, yeah, I think the final statement with regards to administration, we just have to sometimes as football fans overlook in our legends. Some things, yeah, legends are good in the game, they understand, but there's people that love football that never played football that can make good administrators. As much as coaches, look at Coach Rulani. He never played football to people wanted a legend, but he never played football to the highest level. But his brain, that guy is super smart. So I think we need to just overlook a bit over that. And as well as, hey, we as fans, we need to be realistic, man. We need to be truly. I feel like us fans are not realistic. We just love our club. We just only think as a fan, not beyond that. I wanna put an example with Arsenal fans. The only thing they want, the only thing they wanted was to be in the top four, and now they realize this Arteta has over delivered. We are racing for a league. Now they draw against Southampton. They start complaining. Yeah, we can't rely on these players. But what was the mandate? It was to be in the top four. You don't have enough players to carry you throughout the season.
Yeah.
Fatigue will kick in if Saka gets injured. It's a bit of a problem. You
Mm,
get a Man City that if De Bruyne is not around, you have Silva, you have Gundogan. So the club it has enough talent to carry the club through. So we need to be realistic with ourselves. And hey, man, and also I just a bit deviation. I think we Kaizer Chiefs fan needs to be realistic with ourselves as well, as we can't say Coach Arthur's wanted to perform miracles. There's a deal of change. We slightly playing Gadi patches, good football, Gadi patches. But as well, I feel like now he's under pressure to say, let me rather grind results where I can, where I can let me rather grind results so that we're in the top three. So maybe next season we can start introducing a bit of good football. We forget that Coach Pizzo with Sundowns, at some point, he nearly drowned Sundowns. But look at Sundowns like this now. I think fans, we call for a coach comes in. When the coach comes in now, when it's tough, we're like, fuck, sorry for the
yeah.
swearing, but let him go. And I
Mm,
wanna agree with this guy, Muruma, in the comments. He spoke of Neil Tovey. Neil Tovey is an administrator, man. He's been with Safa for long now. So those are the guys that we need to look at. And yeah, Neil Tovey, they've saved the game. Khadebe is he wants to be a Safa president now. I'm assuming he knows the administrative roles. Neil Tovey, he went there, he did that with Safa. All those people that they've worked at Safa, they know the administrative role.
yeah.
But man, not waste time lightly, late, and then with the comeback, I'll do two predictions. I'll do hey, Amakosa Mata playing tomorrow. Hey man,
I didn't even know anything because both my teams have a tendency to do things, but it's fine.
hey man, I love Kaizer Chiefs, man. Hey man, but yeah, I'll give it Ash. I'll give ourselves a draw, a win, man.
Okay,
A
okay,
draw, a win.
okay.
I hope Dolly's back from that minor injury that carried him crying, man. And I want to say with that, being seeing Dolly crying when he got the injury, it's a good thing. You can tell that there is that hunger to play.
Yeah.
So yeah, with Chiefs and Chipper, I'll give it a draw or a Chief win. And the big game tomorrow in the EPL, man. It's a matter of who has better quality. Who has better quality?
Yeah.
Oh man. But Pep is a genius, man.
Hey, just give me a score, G.
Yeah, man. I think I'll agree with Hendrix this time around. Either team to win. Either team to win. It's not gonna be a bloodbath. But if Man City scores early, it might be a problem for Arsenal. But if they hold their nuts, we might have a draw or either team to win, man. I'll go
Okay.
double.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Rudzani, closing statements for tonight and your predictions for tomorrow.
Yeah, I was just very disappointed on the weekend when my team get close to Skukuni
Yeah.
for the second time.
Well,
But for me, I just think Atazwane just need to have a second opinion or second option when the team is losing. What you gonna do? Because okay, you just make a replacement, but people you are bringing in, they don't give us anything. They just playing like actually nayo ngathi uyalahleka uzwane in the middle of the game. Ngathi he just planned for the first 11. For second half, he don't plan anymore. He just put anyone who we can see maybe can bring in something. But for as a South African football fans, but I think sometimes we need to understand how our team's running and how things is running on the PSL, because PSL is much tougher than what we think.
Okay.
Because each and every team, yes, they're playing for a win, but players, they don't mean that when they play on the pitch. You can even set how hungry they are. If you can imagine you are losing since they score on the 4 minutes, but like you don't perform anything. You just play like we are on the same level on the score sheet. So for me, I think we are much disappointed as a fans on the way our players they perform during the match days. So on the EPL, I'm just praying, but I know we no longer have hope. But I think Arsenal can win this one for by 2-1. But I'm really wish if like we can score and not conceding, I think we can be much better. But I was watching the previous game. Yes, we performed very well, but only center backs. Center backs, the Arsenal, Zialala, like holding. In midfield strikers, we are okay. But center back, I think they need someone who can marshal. Yes, I know Gabriel have that thing to marshal defense, but sometimes he play with a heart. And then in football, if you are a leader, you don't have to get emotion too much on the match day. So I wish if Arsenal can do this the way I'm thinking, but to win this league as a Arsenal fan, it's on our hand. If we beat Man City at home, it's done. We're gonna win this EPL.
Okay. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
Now, let me tell you something. Now I don't want. I wanted at the start of the season. I wanted Arsenal to win. But they are fans, man. They must lose it, man.
Retabile, guys. We haven't seen the league.
You are going overboard.
2003.
Like I saw the post one day. Like I saw your Arsenal TV on Roby, like the Robies, the what. Comparing these new Arsenal teams to the greatest players. Like, I'm like, no. Guys, come on.
Let us be excited. We haven't seen a league. We haven't seen the top of the league since 2003.
Yes.
Please, it's been 19 years, 20 years.
Be happy. Be reasonably happy, man. Don't be overly happy, man. Every time, and you see, the thing that kills me, I wanted Arsenal to win the league because Man City in Capet and Man City twice dethroning me. Or when Liverpool abusing me, taking the league away from my hands. When I was siding with Arsenal, Liverpool are banter club. Let them lose.
Yeah, just to add slightly more things,
Who's talking? Quickly, with the rest. Quickly with that.
Yeah. I just wanna answer Morungwa and just say a few things about Athazwane. Sorry about that. Morungwa says Rulani was never a good coach, but we forget that when Rulani was in the realm of Orlando Pirates, our problem with fans are never patient, man. If you watch football and you follow football with all your passion, like some of us do, you can remember the Pirates of Rulani. Man, you can be 3-2, you can be 3-1 in the 80 minutes. It's not done. Since that time, you used to score, used to play beautiful. Mango was converted to a striker. That Pirates was buzzing. But the problem was at the back. Roland was trying to close at the back. But fans are never patient and they fired Roland. Then all of a sudden we say Roland was loaned out. And Rolando was never loaned out. He was not happy. But to PR, it's all about PR in football. They just said, we just loaned him out. He was never happy. They were just wanted him to clear his mind so that they can decide in his positions. It's what Chipa is doing. They always say, no, he's under administrative leave. They under special leave. No, you're just fired. They're just doing the PR way. And with others, my man, you can bring Pep Guardiola to Kaizer Chiefs, my man. In the bench, there's not the first lineup. In the first lineup, you have two of the best players. My man, to change and get a good change is tough. Then who will come in and say, okay, Mdudu's is one goes out. Who comes in and carry the club? It's time. My man, Chiefs is tough to manage Chiefs today. Hey, my man.
But we'll
that's
see.
why they're trying his best, my man. And my man, it's tough. Let's hope next season they get good players. I'm happy with the signings of the defenders. We need good players, my man. Otherwise, let's just give one a chance, man. Fans, they don't believe. Fans, they just want instant results. Even Arteta didn't get instant results. It took time to where Arsenal is now. But now because it's competing, we're saying, Arteta is the best coach, but now he's failing. No, Arteta. I saw them swearing at Arteta and Saka after the penalty miss. Yeah, Saka is what. But he's been carrying them the entire season. But just because of one small penalty miss, now we're calling the guy by name. We fans, we need to be realistic and yeah.
Okay, no, we'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. Let me just read some of these comments, the rest of the comments. But Roma, thank you for the follow. Pirates is coming back slowly. Fans just need to understand the process and trust in Jose. Dennis says, lastly, I think Henry can fill that role. It's a tough one. Man City will win, Nico says. Thank you, Nico, for the follow. I'm with you, Henrik. IGIanda, thank you for the follow. But Roma says, Arsenal should plan around Bruyne, then they will win to cut supply to Haaland. I foresee a draw, City win. Arsenal will win 2-1. Thank him, Danny. I'm a City fan though, and the league is ours. Hey, okay, but Oksala, you gave us the win. It's fine. It's going to be a +6 goal game. No draw tomorrow, but a pool of goals. Rulani was never a great coach, but the structured Sundowns, first coach in history to be loaned out. T1, thank you for the follow. Host, do you believe in Kunemara? Like, really, I honestly don't believe in him. Tomorrow. I'm from PE and I hate Chiefs, but Thursday Chiefs will win. Pengesi is failing. Port Elizabeth. Host, do you really believe in Zwanimara? Don't do better. Arsenal ain't going to win next. First time in 90 years, Arsenal deserve it. Without you cheating by not reading the whole statement. Guys, let me give my closing statements. This is what I think. On Arsenal's side, this beaky problem is why sometimes we find ourselves in these situations. If I've been a coach for 3-4 years, I kind of expect that coach by year 3 to at the very least have their whole team at the point. But the problem is that we Hanyani here and Hanyani there and Hanyani there, then the other one breaks, and now we want to cover with. We keep doing that. If you look at the best teams, your Peps, your whatever's fine, they've got money and all that, but they make sure that they get to their perfect team as quickly as possible so that they can make sure that as we go forward, I've got the subs I need for when I go forward. At Arsenal, we've known what Rob Holding is for the past 7 years. We've known what El Neni is for the past 5 years. We've known what a lot of these players are. What Jorginho is. We understand what they are, but we've kept them along because biki, hanyane. Then when you get to these situations, you don't have the players, and we start from back stage one again because someone leaves, someone gets injured, someone buys somebody, yada, all that stuff. On administration, I think what the PSL teams need to learn is transition. I think the big word is transition. You need to make sure that you are grooming people. You need to make sure that you have a plan for when people leave. Part of the reason why players play for a very long time in the PSL, coaches coach for a very long time, administrators stay for a very long time, is because, frankly, teams don't have a plan B. So up until a time where Screamer decides himself that he wants to retire, that's the only time that it's going to be spoken of what's going to happen after him. When we look at coaches, when we look at all these things, it feels like it's fly by night, like it's quick things that were making decisions now about because we didn't have a plan. You plan for these things. If you're going to bring in legends, you make sure that by the time I need to bring that legend in, we've created structures that teach them the roles that we want them to go into. But right now, we're screaming for Lucky Likhwati, for example. We don't know what Lucky Likhwati has been doing in the interim. And now when he gets to Chiefs, when he gets to Pirates, he's going to be learning. Part of what's happening to Atazwane at this current moment is that he wasn't properly groomed and had structured learning to get to a place where he can be first team coach. You threw him in, and now we're watching a man who has to think of a philosophy, get the subs right, learn how to work with these players, learn how to deal with the media, learn how to deal with the fans, learn how to do all this stuff in real time at a club that's not going to allow you to learn in jail. You're going to be on the front page, you're going to be on the page every day, you're going to be on the news every day, you're going to be questioned with everything. And sometimes that's not a good thing for somebody who's learning. Ask Gabo Rulani, for example. So I think transition is the major thing. If you haven't followed, please follow. The account does African football mostly, but local football more than anything. I'm live Monday to Wednesday, 10:30. My prediction for tomorrow is that Arsenal is going to scrape a 2-1 win versus Manchester City. Don't laugh, guys. Don't laugh. Going to scrape 2-1 win versus Manchester City. And yeah, but I will be live. We'll talk about that and other things that I want to speak about regarding SAFA tomorrow. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you to the panel. As always, you guys make the show. I'll see you guys then tomorrow.
Thanks,
Cheers,
man.
man.
I've been looking
Peace.
for such a platform for you.
Hey,
Because can you go serious? Or vele. Kaizer Chiefs is signing Kayla Bonfils Benyomano Mara Street.
I'm signing. I think Butlari or Ronnie, who was Butlari was saying something there.
Yeah, I was saying, thanks, man. I've been looking for this platform for years. I love football. I live for football, so I've been looking for such platform, and I just bumped into it today. I was overexcited. Thanks, man. I'll catch you every
Hey,
single week.
follow, jump on the panel. We're a family here. You're gonna see everybody. Like there's the most amazing people on this thing that know people that understand the game. Hey, it's great. We have these chats Monday to Wednesday, 10:30. Welcome.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Okay, guys. See you tomorrow.
Cheers,
Okay,
man.
thanks for hosting us. Thanks.